Good morning, everyone. Brian here again with BMK Retro Gaming. This morning I have a review for you guys of the ColecoVision original library game, Zaxxon. Now, Zaxxon was released by Sega in arcades in 1982, and the same year was ported over by Sega and Coleco to the ColecoVision home video game console, which, quite frankly, did the very best arcade ports of the second generation home video game consoles, as I think you guys will see here shortly. I'm going to go ahead and get us set up, and we're going to go to the game. Here we are. Of course, with the ColecoVision games, you typically had this about 12-second intro screen before you would get to your main select screen. We're going to do skill level 1 so it won't be too difficult. And here we go. The first thing you might notice if you played the arcade cabinet is that your ship is white and pink rather than being as it was in the arcade cabinet. I believe it was purple and yellow. Oh boy. There we go again for me talking while trying to play the game. Multitasking like that is not so easy, and I found that I'm not the only YouTuber who has issues with it. Now the viewpoint is what you would call isometric, which is a form of creating a 3D type effect. As a matter of fact, one of the main things was said about people who played this both in the arcade and on the ColecoVision arcade port was that they felt as though they could possibly stand to take flying lessons to have better odds of actually performing at the game, which I think is understandable. And of course, when you're in that little outer space area, you have to kill a certain number of those ships in order to actually advance here. And you don't have your shadow as you do in the fortress portions of the game to help you with figuring out about your approximate altitude and such. There's Zaxxon, and I just shot and destroyed his missile as he launched it, which is one of the more difficult ways to do it, but can be done. And then, of course, the game loops around again like this, with a slightly increased difficulty. Of course, as the next part, before you get to Zaxxon again, as always, seems to be the part which trips me up and gives me a hard time figuring out what to do with it. And that was a stupid way to... Let's give it one more go, since we still have plenty of time. See if I can't do a bit better now that I've decided to shut my trap for a bit. Much easier to not talk and try to game at the same time, as that type of multitasking is just not so easy. I've noticed a number of other YouTubers, friends and otherwise of mine, who definitely seem to play better when they are not trying to talk at the same time. Well, at least video game and retro gaming YouTubers. Again, as you hit space, you lose the advantage of having your shadow to help you out, so... Fuel is pretty good. Darn. Oh, got taken out by that little missile. And by that one. And that's the end of that. Okay, so that was Zaxxon for the ColecoVision. As I said, a very good arcade port, nearly arcade perfect, which the ColecoVision was known for doing, the best among the second generation home video game consoles. I'm going to include a link to my one of my other preferred YouTubers, Patman, his Patman QC, The History of Arcade Console Games, I believe it is. He has a very nice review on the game, so I will leave a link for you guys to that, as well as a link to the Wikipedia article so those who may be interested can read up a bit more on Zaxxon. Anyway, thank you guys for giving me a small slice of your time this morning. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy my content. And I'm very open to feedback, so don't hesitate to leave any comments, questions, or suggestions in the comments section below. You guys have a good morning, and I will see you again in my next video.